Quick question. If I told you there's a powder you can buy online right now without a prescription, no blood test, no diagnosis, that promises better sleep, sharper focus, stronger muscles, younger skin, and a body that somehow looks like it's never had a stress, would you call that medicine? Would you call it nutrition? Or would you call it one of the most successful loopholes in modern health? Here's something uncomfortable. Before a single one of those bottles of powder reached their online shelf, nobody, not the FDA in America, not the Pharmacy and Poisons Board in Kenya, checked whether what's printed on the label is actually what's inside the bottle. Nobody checked whether it even works. My name is Joab Ogato. I could be wrong, but in these conversations, I aim to briefly reconsider questions that are both simple and uncomfortable. Let's briefly reconsider this. Are nutrition supplements making you healthier, or are we just getting played? Today, we're talking about supplements. Vitamins, minerals, magnesium, vitamin D, pre-workouts, protein powders, testosterone boosters, joint support, liver detox, belly fat burners, the little bottles in your kitchen cabinet, or the giant tubs in the gym bag, the capsules your auntie brought from America, and the herbal mixture somebody in Nairobi swears can cure everything from gout to a heartbreak. And just to be clear here, this is not an attack on all supplements. Some supplements are genuinely useful. If you are deficient in vitamin D, supplementation can matter. If you are pregnant, folic acid can be critical. If you are an athlete using creatine properly, there is real evidence behind it. If someone is malnourished, elderly, vegan, recovering from illness, or living somewhere with limited dietary variety, supplements can be a serious tool. But a serious tool and the miracles we're sold are not the same thing. And so, in order to address this, I've broken this video into 4 parts. In part 1, we'll look at how health becomes a commodity for sale. In part 2, we'll see which supplements actually make sense. In part 3, my focus will solely be on pre-workouts and the myriad problems they present. In part 4, we'll take a deep dive into the lifestyle diseases that make this industry flourish before we come to an answer to our question. On to part 1. There was a time when being healthy meant eating food, moving your body, sleeping properly, drinking water, and not abusing alcohol or tobacco. Then, somewhere along the way, health became a shopping category. Now you can walk into a store in Toronto, Atlanta, London, Nairobi, or Johannesburg, even Dubai, and find entire aisles built around one emotional message. You are incomplete, and this bottle can fix you. That is the genius of the supplement industry. It sells hope in small containers. And the uncomfortable thing is this. Supplements live in a strange place. They borrow the language of medicine, but they are not regulated like medicine. In the United States, the FDA does not approve dietary supplements before they are sold. That means a product can arrive on the market before the government has reviewed whether it actually works. Think about that. A drug has to prove safety and effectiveness before it reaches the public. A supplement, on the other hand, often reaches the public first and only becomes a serious regulatory issue after something goes wrong. That does not mean every supplement is fake, but that the trust model is upside down. And this is not just an American problem. In Kenya, the Pharmacy and Poisons Board has moved to create guidelines for registering health supplements, which tells you something important. The market has grown large enough that regulators now have to catch up. Because the same Instagram ad that reaches a bodybuilder in Texas also reaches a young man in Kisumu. The same wellness influencer selling ancestral minerals to Britons is watched by someone in Lagos. And to bring the effect of this into perspective, ask yourself this. If an underfunded regulator in Washington can't fully police this industry, can you imagine what an under-resourced one in Nairobi or Maputo is up against? In the second part of this video, let's be fair about supplements. Magnesium is real. Your body needs it for muscle construction, nerve function, energy production, and normal heart rhythm. If someone is truly deficient, correcting that deficiency can help. Vitamin D is real. It helps the body absorb calcium. It matters for bones, muscles, and immune function. In colder countries like Canada, where winter sunlight is limited, deficiency is not a joke. Even in Africa, where people assume the sun solves everything, urban living, indoor work, clothing, pollution, and lifestyle can all affect vitamin D levels. Creatine is real too. It is one of the better studied sports supplements. For high-intensity exercise, strength training, and muscle performance, creatine monohydrate has far more evidence behind it than most things sold on the fitness aisle. Protein powder can also make sense, not because it is magic, but because it is convenient. If you are struggling to meet your protein needs through food, a protein shake can help. It is basically powdered food. But here is where the trick begins. A supplement being useful in one situation does not mean everyone suddenly needs it. If your magnesium is normal, more magnesium does not turn you into a superhero. If your vitamin D is normal, megadosing on it does not make you immortal. In fact, too much vitamin D can be harmful because it can raise calcium levels dangerously. More is not automatically better. That sentence alone could destroy half of the wellness industry. More is not actually better. Your body is not a bank account where every extra capsule becomes extra health. Sometimes the body absorbs what it needs and gets rid of the rest. Sometimes the extra does nothing. Sometimes the extra causes harm. And this is where the snake oil merchant enters the room. And they're not always wearing a lab coat. Sometimes they are wearing gym shorts. They take a real nutrient, attach it to a vague fear, then sell you a solution. You are tired? Must be the magnesium. You are sad? Must be vitamin D. Your knees hurt? Must be collagen. Your belly is growing? Bro, that must be the cortisol. Your energy is low? Must be the testosterone. Your liver exists in your body? You better detox it. Now, the problem is not that nutrients are fake. As you can see, the problem is that every symptom has become a sales funnel. And boy, the global industry has turned that Instagram influencer cousin of yours into a magnesium gummy saleswoman with every discount code she gives out in her reels. Let's talk about pre-workout. Pre-workout is one of the funniest products in modern fitness because at its core, many formulas are basically expensive caffeine with ambition. Honestly, you take it, your face tingles, your heart starts auditioning for a drum solo, your ears get hot, and suddenly you believe you are about to deadlift a Toyota. You know, the expensive kind driven by those third world country politicians. Some ingredients in pre-workout though are legitimate. Caffeine can improve alertness and exercise performance. Beta-alanine can help certain high-intensity efforts, although the tingling makes some people think something magical is happening. Creatine works, but it does not need to be taken as pre-workout. It works through saturation over time. But many pre-workouts hide behind proprietary blends. That phrase sounds scientific. Often it means we're not going to tell you how much of each ingredient is inside. That matters because the dose is the difference between an effect, no effect, and a problem. Too much caffeine can cause anxiety, insomnia, tremors, palpitations, and for some people, much worse. And if you're a teenager or someone with high blood pressure, heart issues, panic attacks, or poor sleep, a stimulant-heavy pre-workout is not discipline. It might just be reckless branding. There is also a cultural issue here. Fitness used to be about training. Now fitness is about stimulation. People are sleeping 5 hours, eating poorly, sitting all day, then using a neon powder to force the body into performance. That is not health. That is borrowing energy from tomorrow and paying interest with anxiety. The gym industry has convinced people that if they are not hyped, sweating, shaking, and angry at a barbell, they are not training hard enough. But a walk counts, mobility counts, sleep, that counts, consistency counts, lifting moderate weight with good form, that counts. Eating sukuma wiki, beans, eggs, fish, ndengu, sweet potatoes, ugali in insane portions, of course, fruit, Caesar salads, and enough water counts. Your grandmother may not know what beta-alanine is, but she may understand health better than your favorite influencer. Let's bring in the lifestyle diseases we are all terrified of. Did you know that there are supplements marketed for all of them? Joint support for arthritis, cherry extract for gout, turmeric for inflammation, omega-3 for the heart, berberine for blood sugar, detox tea for the liver, apple cider vinegar for everything. Because apparently vinegar can make everything better. Some of these things may have modest science. Some may help certain people in certain contexts. But the honest word here is modest. A supplement may reduce a symptom slightly. It may support a pathway. It may help if there is a deficiency. But gout is not defeated by a capsule if someone is still drinking heavily, consuming too much sugar, gaining weight, and ignoring uric acid levels. Arthritis is not solved by collagen powder if the joint is overloaded, the muscles are weak, and inflammation is unmanaged. Type 2 diabetes is not reversed by cinnamon while the rest of the diet remains a disaster. And this is the part nobody wants to hear because it is boring. The most powerful health interventions are still embarrassingly unsexy. Sleep, movement, healthy weight, less sugar, less to no alcohol, enough protein, more fiber, managing stress, and of course, seeing a real clinician when symptoms persist. You cannot out-supplement a lifestyle that is actively harming you. That does not mean lifestyle fixes everything. Genetics are real. Poverty is real. Food deserts are real. Work stress is real. In many African, European, and American cities, people are eating more processed food, not because they are stupid, but because modern life is fast, wages are tight, and cheap calories are everywhere. So this is not about shaming people. It is about refusing to let companies sell individual capsules for social problems. So, are supplements snake oil? Some are. Some are not. The honest answer is that supplements are a mixture of real science, weak evidence, clever marketing, consumer desperation, and occasionally useful medicine adjacent support. The danger is not the existence of supplements. The danger is the story we tell about them. If the story is, I had blood work, I have a deficiency, my doctor recommended this, and I'm using it properly, that is reasonable. However, if the story is, I saw a man with abs on TikTok say my mitochondria are lazy, so I bought a $49 powder called Primal Thunder, maybe we need to reconsider. My rule is simple. Food first, sleep first, movement first, medical testing before megadosing, and skepticism anytime someone sells fear, urgency, and a discount code in the same sentence. Because health is not supposed to be a subscription plan. And maybe the most uncomfortable question is not whether supplements work. Maybe the real question is, why are we so willing to buy discipline in a bottle, but so reluctant to practice it slowly in real life? I hope you considered that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. My name is Joab Ogato. Thanks for watching.